Yeah, we're live.
Right, sorted. Good afternoon, everyone. The phone's all going. One on customs today. What to do the feeders, but a little bit behind. Obviously, it's weekend. We've had quite a bit to do, and obviously because we're having to serve at the door because no one's allowed in, it's been a little bit hectic. But anyway, customs. What we do in store is the builds, or on-site builds for a lot of customers that come through that have been asking for it. Now, this one is one for the basilisk, which we've got, which we'll put in a minute. But we went to town on this one a little bit. Connor comes in.
Yeah.
Is we used, you know what? As I'm talking, I'll get the products actually off the shop floor, Connor. We used. Anyone wants to know? We try and use the products that's on the shelf. When you come around and say, how does that work? So we put one of the crazy monsoon systems in this one. This was actually a basilisk enclosure. We've actually got them. I'll put them in a minute. But as you can see, the misters here, quite powerful. On two of them, but for a species like these, basilisks are a little bit nervous sometimes. So we put this in here rather than having to spray it. We sealed all the terrarium inside with silicone. As you can see, just to stop any water ingress, we're all over. But then we also made these. Now these, for you that want to do something at home now, that's why we thought we'd do this. This was actually expanding foam, look. So we made a full tree. Then we cut it in half, and then as you can see then, it sticks straight to the side. Here's the other half. This one we made earlier. It's like a piece of cake,
It's
isn't it?
Peter, isn't it?
If you just walk over here a second, Connor. This is one that's currently under construction. Here's the foam. As you can see, it's just the pieces of expanding foam. So, where everyone's bored, if they want to talk to us. So, background heat, if you come underneath here, Connor, is we dropped a radiator in, and then we moved over onto a UVA UVB, and then we also dropped some LED lighting in just to give it some depth. So if you stand back and look at that, it doesn't look, it looks quite impressive.
Well, it looks quite nice, doesn't it?
So substrate wise, again, we normally use the forest floor, but we've actually been using the reptile in this one, because again, it's all about colour. So when you look at that in here in a second, hopefully that's enough, is just to soak up any excess water. Also, the animals in here are actually a breeding trio, actually. So they will dig down in here. We'll drop a nest box at the back. But again, the colour. I don't know if that even looks good on there. I don't know if Facebook changes the look on there. But again, the misters with these digital timers. If you come around here, Connor, is we dropped on a stat for the radiator, because obviously the UVA UV bulb, you can't thermostat them because otherwise the gases don't get up to the burn temperature. And then we've got one of the Mist Kings actually on here as well. As you can see, set up. It's actually going to fire up in a minute, so I think we'll go back to that. So a lot of the customs is right way and the wrong way to set something up. So sometimes it's advisable is to put it together yourself. You don't always have the product, so normally it's better to come in here and talk to us. So this is one we've finished, but if you come over here, we're just on with these ones now. Now, these two here are actually two snakes. But the customer has a toy, so he actually asked what we could do. So we're going to get rid of the tracks, put an extra shelf in, put some extra vents in, and then go back to it. And then, for the perches, we'll have a look what we've got to use and try and put the wrong ones in. Right ones.
Right ones. I was about to say the opposite there.
Well, the thing is, the reason I was thinking, it's easy for us to do in stores so many times because we've got 30 pieces of wood rather than just ordering one thing.
We can play about with it and see what fits best.
If you go into that level, it's also, this one's a prime example in here. If you go and put the bioactive in here, it depends what animals you've got. But then you get the crickets eating the plants. And also, typically, when they've got the animals crawling all over the leaves, they do actually kill them. So some of the bioactives are good, but depending on what animal you're putting inside, they're just a nightmare. So sometimes it works and sometimes it actually doesn't. The the other one to say on the chameleon cells we actually do is, depending on what you want, I need to do this for a customer actually. Just bought a chameleon cell because he ordered the wrong lighting and we literally need to change it. And for that customer who's watching now, I'll do it in a minute. Obviously you've got your canopy top, but even from adding on one of these internal backgrounds in here, the animal's able to climb up 3 elevations now, which just makes such a big difference. And all it's got is a few plants put inside, but typically, Connor, not on the website, do like a wall of foliage.
We try and change it up as well, don't we, as often as we can.
You've got something more arid, but you see with these, they don't drop off, and there's no chance of an animal ingesting certain things. So some work, some don't. On back to the cam, if you look in there, basic setups usually anything from like this. And particularly, but if you look here now, the animal can't climb up these sides, apart from with the backgrounds in, but it's still a setup. But it's surprising if everyone's at home now what you can actually do within your own terrariums. You've obviously just built this one.
Yeah, we built this one for a customer coming today.
And this is a leopard gecko one. Now, as you can see, this customer was more focused on it actually having a home rather than it being out all the time. So look at that there. So we can sit down, and Connor's put the blue moonlight in. It's a gecko. They don't like bright light, so if anything, the environment enrichment.
We've got the dimmer at the back as well, which you can see.
Can you?
Yeah, there should be a dimmer there. It should be near the front.
There we go. Oh, you can see that, Connor.
Yeah.
As you can see, it dropped right off, and sometimes look how bright that actually goes.
Yeah.
It'd be good if the ambient light wasn't on in here. But again, £9 item puts on and just makes
a massive
such
difference
a visual difference. Especially when everyone's at home now. We're actually really busy online because it would appear that everyone's got no one's got anything to do with
no.
like
Online shopping.
Obviously, if you come round onto here, is plants, and then we're originally going to put them in because we have it here. Obviously, contrasting together is all different. So if you're all bored and you want us to pack something up, we're privileged enough to say we pretty much can do whatever, even if you come onto hides. Surprisingly enough, even a bit of a skull dropping in something makes a big difference, doesn't it? Is this going to miss now, Connor? Have I timed it?
Just missed it.
Alright, there you go then. So it's already been on. Connor's going to come around here and drop a mist on.
So if you take the camera.
You want to see the fine jet on these, they're quite impressive. You can see all the water on the back. That's Connor's normal look, that. Gives a smell, Connor.
Good afternoon, Dr. Reptiles.
We've been ribbing Connor today, sorry.
Just today?
No, because we've been so busy online, it's been a bit of a problem because we've not... There you go, we're on.
There you go.
As you can see, look at the fine. Now, when we all get back to work to be able to do anything, you can't normally do that at home, and that's just adding one of these mist kings on. They are better than some of the other ones we've used in store, and we do find these a lot more reliable. But, you know, Connor, give you that back. Animal.
If you're just giving off more UVB rays,
Obviously in here. You know what I'll do? I'll put a piece of glass in first before we all pick out.
Yeah, before we get Basilisk running around the store. I mean, I'm sure everyone will enjoy that, but I mean, I enjoy watching you catch them for sure.
But obviously in here now this is the finished product that we've done, which you enjoy building.
Yeah.
This will be available this week. So obviously in here, which I won't sound on. So we don't have to chase them around the store. Right on. And as you can see, get all the one for you, Connor. You know what? You're just up there. So typically, this is what we'd use this for, to be able to sit in here. This is one of the female basilisks. You stand there, darling. So it gives the ability to be able to sit out and bask and plenty of place to climb away. I haven't put the water bowl in before I get tortured. There is a water bowl on the floor. Where's the male? This one, the boy.
It's fast, isn't it?
As you can see there, this one's the boy, and there's another girl. You can just see this just girl here.
Superman jumping off.
Anyway, the fast as, which brings me on to another one, which everyone says, is we've all seen our Iggy iguana. So this one in here is such a big animal, Connor.
Yeah, man.
We decided not to actually just make him a sole enclosure. So we've kept the slat board on the back wall. And I thought about this when we were making this enclosure because I thought, you know what? Because they don't see the glass that well, this guy actually still thinks he's actually in the shop. So normally when we get him out, come here, dude. He's stand on my hand. Come here. Normally when we get him out now, he can sit. When he's out in the store, he doesn't feel like he's spooked anywhere because normally all the rest of the store's done the actual same. So if anyone sees this, we left it. All we've primarily wanted in here was make sure you get enough UVA UVB from one of the balls. He can sit down and have his dinner, and he can bask, but for exercise wise, we won't keep something like that in there all the time.
No, we get it out at least.
So the idea has got to be able to come out. This is another one we retrofitted. Those that come in, is obviously one of the store piranhas. It has just had a clean out for the camera, I'm not going to lie. But it's actually a marine tank, a rimless one, and we just changed it to think, you know what, it looked nice. It's got oxy-white glass on the front of it. I can't show you on the camera, but it makes, looks at it, the actual true colours.
Yeah.
It's 5 times better. We will get downstairs, probably get this weekend out of the way, and me and Connor will go down and we'll do our problem area where we get the fussy
Yeah, I think
feeders.
on Tuesday it's going to be there.
Yeah, we'll do that on Tuesday so you can all get to see a couple of the problems we do have, and then let's be honest and show you some little tricks on getting them feeding. But typically, I will stress, none of these animals do go out and obviously they sit down in our non-feeding procedure where they sit quiet and out of the way, hence why not everything always sits on the shop floor. Everyone normally asks what have you got. It's impossible, we can't show you all the time because none of the stuff's allowed on the shop floor until we know it's in a condition to actually be happy enough to go out. But no, I think that'll, without droning on, I thought you guys like a little bit on some of the custom stuff we do, whether it be something like that, toy snake enclosure, just everything. If you give us a shout up, especially when everyone's off, we'll see if we can supply you some stuff to sort out your animals you've already got at home. Alright?
Yep.
Sweet. Right, dude.